Welcome back to the worldwide leader in sports. Hey, you're still watching this shit? I guess you are an idiot. It appears we owe Luka Doncic an apology because we thought... Well, actually, it's pronounced Luka Doncic. So we've been getting that one wrong. Oh, okay. All right. Luka Doncic. My bad. We owe him an apology because we got on here and said that he couldn't win. Right, we did say that, and he's proven us wrong. And it turns out, it was brought to our attention, he's won at every level he's ever played at. So, I mean, how are we supposed to know that? Right, but I mean, how are we supposed to know that? We're supposed to watch the games? No way. I'm pretty sure I got on here and said Dennis Scott was better than him all time. I can safely say Luka's passed Dennis Scott now in all-time rankings. Yeah, that was a little out there, but Dennis Scott made the finals. So that is where the all-time rankings kind of came into play there. Right, that was my reasoning on that one. That was my line of logic there. But when it comes to Luka Doncic, he's got to be a top 12 player in the world now, like solidly. Right? I think he's solidly a top 12 player. I think top 12 is about right. I think that's... Did you know he was that good of a passer? That's the part that really gets me. No, I did not know he could pass. I did not know he had that in his bag. And this is about to get really interesting in the finals because who's going to be the best player in this series? That's what it really comes down to for me. Mm-hmm. Because it's great that Lucas can score and stuff, but Jason Statham plays defense. And that's really for the... Jason Tatum. What did I say? You said Jason Statham. That's an action movie star. Right, okay, my bad. Jason Tatum plays defense and had a really cool behind-the-back pass. I just don't know if Luka can make that pass, nor can he play defense at that level. That's an astute observation. And I'll take it a step further than that. Please do. I'm not so sure that Luka Doncic is the best white player in this series. Whoa, you're going there with Porzingis? No, not Porzingis. Peyton Pritchard. Oh, whoa. Because here's the thing. I saw Peyton Pritchard do it in the Pac-10. I never saw Lucas do it in a college atmosphere like that. So Pritchard's going to be ready for the finals. That's a great point. That is, where did Lucas go to college again? I think I saw it was UT Arlington is what I saw on Twitter. Right. Man, we really are the best in the business, aren't we? We really are. No one does it like us. Nobody. I love us. I love us. I love us so much. Today's episode is brought to you by ESPN Bet. How is this legal? I don't know. I spent my entire night last night and my morning this morning going back and rewatching every single basket and every single assist from this postseason run. And the main reason I'm doing this, he's the only player in NBA history to enter the NBA Finals leading the entire postseason in points, rebounds, and assists. And I finished this project. I finished this little pet project here, coming to two conclusions. One of them being, it's so funny some of the narrative surrounding him about him being like an unwatchable player because of his isolation stuff and the heliocentric stuff. The worst fucking word ever introduced to NBA lexicon, all right? But beyond all of that stuff, this man is a human highlight reel. Like, he just is one of the most fun players I have ever seen in the NBA. Everything that he does is so incredibly tough. I would venture to guess that maybe 10%, if that, of his buckets are what I would deem to be like easy buckets, whether that's a layup in transition that's not really contested, or, you know, a defensive breakdown and he's attacking the rim, there's no one to contest him, or a wide open catch and shoot three. Even most of his catch and shoot threes, which we'll get to here in a bit, are like 28, 29 footers. Like, he's 4 or 5 feet back from the three-point line. And his assists, I mean, obviously, I would say 20 to 30% of his assists are, you know, bounce passes or easy reads that his teammates take advantage of. But most of them are him creating situations out of nothing, basically, and him taking the amount of attention that he gets defensively, using that to his advantage to create opportunities at the rim for his teammates, or just insane skip passes and kickouts to shooters to shoot threes. Like, it's crazy watching this guy go to work because everything is just so difficult. Like, he just has to make it happen. And we've grown so accustomed to Luka Doncic. I've seen every single game of his entire career, even international games since he got drafted by the Mavericks. It's just, we've grown so accustomed to it that it's easy to take a lot of this shit for granted. The second conclusion I jump to is it's crazy the Mavericks are entering the NBA Finals. It's crazy Luka's put up the stats that he has, because the first 10 games or so of this playoff run, I don't even know if I could say he was at 50%. Like, it was shocking going back to that Clippers series and watching Luka, because it looked like he was maybe 30% on that knee. It was clearly a huge problem for him. And it made me remember, like, some of the takes I had at that time where it was just, yeah, the Mavs might win this Clippers series, but they're going to be in a lot of trouble if Luka is at this point with his injury. So I think collectively us hammering our knee and us injecting steroids into our own body has in a way helped Luka, because the universe has felt our vibes and the universe has sent those vibes through time and space directly into Luka Doncic's knee, and now he's locked the fuck in and ready to go. I saw this great tweet from Jason Timpf, and I don't have it directly in front of me, so I'm not going to quote it verbatim, but it was just pretty much along the lines of, you can use all of the advanced stats you want, kitchen sink, vorp, morp, gorp, glorp, but you just can't quantify how much killer a player has in them. And there might not be a player in the league with more killer than Luka Doncic. And whenever I say that he's the best in the world, or whenever I say that he's the best player in the league, it really comes back to this for me. There's just no way at this point in time you could go into a Game 7 or a huge must-win playoff game and want anybody on your team besides Luka. Let's just look at Luka's stats in the 3 Game 5s that he's played so far this postseason. Why am I pulling out the Game 5 stats? Because I'll argue that those were the most important games in the Clippers and Thunder series, seeing that the series was tied 2-2 entering those games, and it was a closeout game for the Mavericks against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in which they ended up winning the series in 5 games. Against the Clippers, Game 5, on the road, 35 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 53% from the field. On the road, Game 5 against the Oklahoma City Thunder, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, 54% from the field. And in the closeout, Game 5 against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota, 36 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists on 63% from the field. And let's not forget, 20 points in the first quarter to pretty much put that game out of reach before it even started. So Luka could have, if this game were to be close, probably could have gotten to 50 points in that Game 5 against Minnesota. Again, all 3 of these on the road. He's talking shit the entire game. He's talking shit to players. He's talking shit to fans. Of course, he's talking shit to refs. He's talking shit to the commentary team. He's talking shit to babies. It does not matter to him. He does not discriminate. It was hilarious going back and watching clips from the Thunder series. He hated Lou Dort. Like, that was pure hatred we saw on the court. And hey, Lou Dort did a decent job against him when he wasn't playing tackle football. But anytime Luka scored on him, he let him know. He was screaming at him. He was telling him to get off the ground, telling him to stop flopping, crying to the refs, wanting a flopping technical foul on Lou Dort for all the flopping he did. It was hilarious to go back and watch. And going back and rewatching is just really shined a light on how Luka has grown as a player and just how smart he is. I went back to that first series against the Clippers where Luka was really struggling from three-point land. He shot 23% from 3 in that series. I mean, just a truthfully abysmal number. He could not get the three-point shot to drop. So how did he adjust? He lived in the mid-range, and he was absolutely dynamic in the mid-range, and he's been dynamic in the mid-range all postseason long. This is one of Luka's best traits as a scorer, and I don't think anybody does it like him in the league in this fact. It's when he's going downhill or he's in the pick and roll and he has a defender on his hip and he gets into that mid-range spot, little 14, 15-foot area, that step back he has when he's going towards his left and he knows that the defender is trying to go towards the basket and he can generate so much space on that step back, it is lethal. It is lethal, and he's been absolutely electric on those shots this postseason, I should say. By my own tracking, I went back and I did this by hand, so it might not be that accurate. On those step-back mid-range jumpers this postseason, 27 of 44 for 61%, 8 of 15 against the Timberwolves, 7 of 14 against the Thunder. And in that Clipper series where he was really struggling to get the 3-ball dropping, he went 12 for 15 on step-back mid-range jumpers. 12 for 15. So there's so many different ways he can kill you as a scorer that even if the 3-ball's not dropping for him, he can still get to his spots and affect the game in a positive way. And I think the biggest sign of growth for Luka between when he entered the league and now is just the trust that he has in his teammates. It helps that this is the best team that he's ever been on, hands down. But also his ability and willingness to do things off of the ball to help create better opportunities for not just himself, but his teammates as well. And you need to look no further than his catch and shoot numbers. Entering this postseason, Luka Doncic played in 5 postseason series, 28 games total. He attempted 29 catch and shoot threes in those 28 games combined, making only 8 of them. In the 17 games in this postseason run, Luka has attempted 36 catch and shoot threes, shooting 36% on those shots, going 5 of 12 against the Wolves, 6 of 13 against the Thunder, and a putrid 2 of 11 against the Clippers. Again, his 3-ball wasn't there, but these shots open up a lot of things for not just Luka, but for the team as a whole. And it's just his willingness to take these shots that has to keep the defense honest if they're going to help off of Luka a little bit off ball, knowing that he could punish you with these shots. It's just crazy to me that in the series against the Thunder, he made almost as many catch and shoot threes as he did in his entire postseason career entering this season. Luka's dog, his killer mentality, is what separates him from everybody else, in my opinion. We all know that step back 3 over Gobert in game 2 to win the game, talking shit, screaming at him, "You can't, motherfucker! You can't fucking guard me!" Just an absolute dog. Then, of course, game 5, speaking of dog, literally talking shit to Snoop Dogg sitting courtside. What did Snoop Dogg ever do? I thought we were all kind of unanimously agreed that Snoop Dogg was great and we all loved him. What happened there? Just the ultimate competitor. Who's crying now, motherfucker? That's just, he's a hilarious individual. It's insane to, all of this on the road. All of these game 5s I mentioned where he's going crazy and talking shit and basically icing these series on the road in a hostile environment. But of course, the other big separating factor for Luka Doncic is his just unbelievable playmaking ability. I mean, this postseason run has really solidified him, in my view, as the best playmaker in the league. And you could argue Jokic, and I wouldn't argue that against you. Those are 2 of the best all playmakers in the history of the sport. So I'm not going to sit here and get into that debate with you. But entering the finals, Luka not only leads the entire postseason in total assists, but also in assists per game at 8.8. And the playmaking clinic that he put on against the Minnesota Timberwolves, I think should actually be in like basketball textbooks. Like I think that's how you should be teaching the game to players. The way that he read everything the Timberwolves were doing, it was just an absolute thing of beauty. And Luka, and also their athletic rim runners and Derrick Jones Jr. and Gafford and Lively and PJ Washington, have turned this team into new lob city. Like the amount of lobs this team throws is absolutely insane to me. And some of the lobs Luka throws, whether they are full court, 3/4 court lobs with pinpoint accuracy, or there's just one insane lob he had from this postseason. I didn't even remember it. Whenever I went back and watched it, I was like, holy fuck, that's an insane pass. It was a live dribble. Luka's dribbling the ball. Notices Derrick Jones Jr. cutting baseline. Live dribble, 30-foot lob, one-handed 30-foot lob pass with pinpoint accuracy. That is not, I understand Luka makes this shit look easy. It's not easy at all. That's an absurd pass to make in any moment, let alone in a postseason setting. And then you had this one skip pass he made to Derrick Jones Jr. in game 4 of the Timberwolves Maverick series. This is like the best pass of 99% of NBA players' career. It just is. But for Luka, this is a pass we've grown so accustomed to that it's almost like, oh, that was a great pass by Luka. It's funny, Van Gundy was like, that was a crazy pass. Like, he just pretty much said that on the broadcast, just because I think everyone's grown so used to Luka making passes like these that it's just like, oh, another great Luka pass. And sometimes you need someone to remind you, no, that pass shouldn't be made. And Luka makes it look so easy that we don't celebrate it enough. I compiled a bunch of clips for this. 120 clips total is what I compiled. I thought that this would be like a 50 clip thing and we just have fun going over something. No, Luka's such a highlight reel that's 120 clips total for the postseason so far. And I almost just want to throw in the entire 8-minute compilation I have of my favorite Luka assists from this postseason. In fact, I'm going to try to do that. If you're not seeing it right now, it's because YouTube copyrighted it hard. But if you are seeing it, then enjoy the next however many minutes of these insane Luka passes. I hope you like it. That's why this video is long. I love you all. Mwah.
Norman Powell goes inside. Pass deflected by Doncic. That's 2 of those. What a pass to Washington. One man to beat. Layup is good. There was some contact as well. Doncic throws it up and Lively again. And the foul. Lob after lob here in the first half. Lively back in with Irving, Doncic, Washington, and Jones. Lively inside, count it, and a foul. Jones a 3, puts it in. 7-point game. As the Clippers just dominating. Westbrook comes up short. That's the first thing that the Mavs fans had something to cheer about. Alley-oop, Doncic to Washington. And that gets the crowd fired up.
Clippers have the 4th rated offense this past season. Harden triple. He bumps right there into the defense of Jones. Down court it goes for Jones, who climbs it again and puts it through. And Jones with a couple inside to tie it at 23. Against the defense of Amir Coffey. Shot clock is at 7. Doncic getting a screen from Lively and takes it in. Up for Lively, who climbs the ladder and gets the 2.
Powell drives on Green, gets inside, shot won't go. Powell goes tumbling. Doncic goes dribbling, throws it up, alley-oop, and Jones throws it down. Green. Doncic harassed by man, backdoor to Green. Oh! Wasn't the prettiest slam or alley-oop. Harden tried to jam it in there. What an outlet pass, and Irving lays it in. Oh, what a pass! Timeout, Los Angeles to lead back up to 10. Backing in. Washington from this corner. That works out better. Doncic, nice pass. Gafford got it.
There's a moth flying around. Doncic just swatted it away. Swing, Green, open look. He's got it. Thunder drains it from the outside. 3-point lead for the Thunder. Doncic, he goes to the other side. The corner J, bingo for Green.
And he's got 22, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Lead back to 12 for the Mavs. Now a steal by Doncic. Lob Doncic. Jones with the slam. What a pass. And then ahead to Washington down court. Challenged by Williams, got the block. Washington gathers. Jones hangs. Can't get it to fall. Capped out. And an extra possession. Lob. Doncic to Gafford. 7-0 Mavs.
Rebound. Doncic, 37 seconds left. Mavericks are down by 4. Lob. Way up high for Jones, who slams it down. 2-point game, 33 seconds on the clock. Ball movement. Williams, pull-up jump. And Jones, a factor there defensively.
Another block. I think 4 blocks there for Jones.
Lob it. Oh! Derek Jones Jr. goes airplane mode.
The 90s are in right now in fashion and music and in culture. But right now, the defense here and the physicality as Washington knocks down another corner 3.
7-point game. Doncic, floater. Jones! Skyward again, tickling the clouds. Dallas is 4 of 4 in the second quarter. Doncic now has 10 points. Giddey again? No. Washington the board. Oh, another banger for Dallas. It's Lively off the special delivery. Doncic, screen, Washington. Give and go. Extra feed. Major highlight for Lively.
Oh, wow. Doncic with the beautiful cut.
Rebound, Wiggins. Another offensive board. Slap away by Green. Doncic is running. Right down the middle for Doncic. Lob and slam. Gliding through the air. It's Jones with major elevation.
And how about Derek Jones? Wow. Right now, OKC coming out efficient here early, getting whatever they want on the offensive end.
Doncic kick. Jones open look. Got a 3.
Holmgren, Williams with 17, 28 for Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic fires to the corner. Jones 3 is on target. Boy, is he been huge this series. And here comes Doncic, 4 of 4 from the floor. 13, make that 12 points for Luka. 13 for Gilgeous-Alexander. What a pass, Doncic. And going sky high is Jones for the slam.
Where did you go to school, Reg? You know that smart school. UCLA now. Come on, coach. Oh, what a pass.
Doncic and Lively will finish.
That's the 4th assist for Luka.
Didn't see a lot of time in the previous couple series. Doncic will wheel and draw the double. And Gafford is free.
Well, those 5 men, Gafford and Lively.
Irving, got by Edwards, takes it in. Doncic on top. Clixton in the corner. 3, good.
Got it.
What a shot by Irving.
All they've got to do is finish.
It was indeed. It was a block. 5. And the other way, Gafford fell down. Got it. Oh, wow. What a shot by the falling Gafford. Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals for the second time in the history of the franchise. Green is checked in, sets a screen for Doncic, who fires it open Lively. He couldn't have been more wide open.
2 of our friends, Kevin.
Yes.
On the show there.
Doncic lasers one inside, and Gafford drops the anvil. It's picked up by Derek Lively. Doncic, look away. What a pass indeed, as he lasers one into Lively, who puts up his 8th.
Good work fouls, coach.
Cody Gobert, and it's picked up with Dallas the other way. Jones got it to Doncic, and back to Lively, who goes airborne with a nice slam in there for the rookie. 24 points in the lane tonight so far. Minnesota +2, and Minnesota is +9 from 3. They go inside, 2 more right there, and a nice basket for the Mavericks. Hit 3 threes, thinking there. Shot clock at 2. They go inside. And a quick slam, and that's how they attack and begin it here in Minnesota. 6-point game. Doncic with 33. The Gafford screen against Gobert. Tailed by McDaniels. Gafford! Up high, down hard, and a foul. Dagger!
By 9 for 28.
Edwards lost it. Doncic the other way. Hold on, here he comes! And there he goes! Jones! Gobert comes in for Towns. Edwards watching Doncic. Out to Jones, another 3.
That pass, he makes that look simple.
The Timberwolves are going to need the mother of all comebacks in this one. Doncic inside, and that's the way it begins with a high-flying Washington from Luka. Doncic weaving, sidestepping, and Lively is up high to slam it home.
There you are. Good to have you back.
Hey, asshole.
Oh, God.
You're the guy who hit me with the shoe off the balcony.
No.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
No.
It looked exactly like you, buddy.
Well, you must have me confused for another strikingly handsome young man.
No,
so.
I saw him and I thought, that looks like the guy the quartering from YouTube.
I look nothing like that pig. You take that
You look
back.
like him and you throw your shoes off the balcony.
So what if I threw my shoes off the balcony?
They hit me.
That's not my
You
problem.
think it's okay to throw shoes off a balcony?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you're in a lot of trouble now, buddy.
But lying is never okay.
I didn't lie.
And that's what you just
You
did.
look exactly like the quartering.
Well, no, because you need to take it
No,
back.
I'm not taking it back.
No, no, no.